Alright, what is up guys? This is a video I did not even expect to be making tonight, let alone probably for another couple weeks. What you guys see right now, and you guys probably know from the title and the thumbnail, the patch notes for Season 5 dropped. They had dropped legit about 30 minutes ago. I'm going to try to get this video out for you guys tonight. This is going to be a long patch notes discussion video. So I know you guys probably are sleeping. A lot of you, at least when I upload this, at least where I am, it's really late. But you guys will probably see it when you wake up. Going to go through these patch notes. I'm going to get right into this. Leave a like, subscribe if you are new and this is your first time finding my channel, and share the video. I quickly skimmed over this. There is a lot of shit to talk about in this, and there is a lot for Season 5, especially for this first patch. I'm going to break it all down for you guys. I'm going to talk about it. Let's get right into this. As you guys know as well, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Would love to hear what you guys think and see what everybody thinks down there as well. There's a lot of shit in this. I also will leave a link to the patch notes down in the description if I do remember. There's actually a code for the patch notes, and they're actually dropping teasers right now as well. They're teasing the new champion, which is called 7. Just so you guys know, he's already confirmed. He's actually going to be, I think it's either a DPS or a flank, like what role he is, it's not confirmed yet, but he is 7, and that's his name. He is confirmed. They're dropping teasers for the new champion now. They dropped a teaser. Go check out the Paladins official Twitter. They dropped a teaser about 2 hours ago, at least when I'm recording this, and when you guys are seeing this video probably. So, we are going to be getting a new champion with this as well. He is not in the patch notes because the patch notes are probably going to get it updated again. He's probably not finished currently. That's why he's not included. But keep in mind, there is going to be a new champion with the first patch of Season 5 as well with this patch. Paladins Season 5 Schism. I don't know how you say the last word. I really don't. Scheme? Is that scheme or is that? I don't know how you say that. I don't know. Whatever. Season 5. The first update of Season 5. Whatever it is. There's actually a code for the patch notes as well. The code is Tribunal with a capital T. That is the code. So you guys might need the code when you guys click on the patch notes. I don't know if it'll work like that, but it's like a little theme thing that you need like a code to type it in. It's Tribunal. That's what it is with a capital T. There you go. Got a brand new champion. Here's what I said, guys. Sensitive data redacted, because he's not currently finished, and they're in the process of actually teasing him. Like I said, we got our first teaser about 2 hours ago when I'm recording this, so he's going to be teased first, and he's going to be released. There's actually a data mined avatar of him as well. I'm not going to spoil it, but if you guys want to really... I mean, I guess he's already in the game. You guys will eventually see him anyways. He's a fully masked champion. He has a full mask over his face, and he kind of looks something like out of... I don't know what game it's really called, like out of Street Fighter. That's kind of what it kind of looks like, at least to me, from what I look like as his champion avatar. Go check it out. There's some data mines on. Go follow me on Twitter. I'll go over there and I'll retweet them probably today or tomorrow morning when I get some time. Abyss Hunter Academy event pass. Abyss Hunter Academy. I don't know if this is actually a collab. If you guys know, is Abyss Hunter Academy, is that an anime? I don't know. I have no idea. This seems like a collaboration, but I don't know if it is or not. It's going to be for 400 crystals, yet again. What did I say, guys? I threw up a data mine video earlier today. Who was right? Who is right? We got Maeve Skin. Maeve and Ray Skin. Now, we have no in-game turnaround. Like I said, they're going to have an update show probably in the next couple weeks. Probably at HRX. They're going to reveal everything. That's why they're giving us the patch notes now. So... looks good. I mean, the Maeve skin, like, I'm not going to complain. If the Maeve skin looks this fucking good, like, I can't complain. I really can't. She's my favorite champion in the game. I can't complain. Even though I really would want a champion, I think this should have been a perfect skin for Cassie. I don't think Maeve should have got this skin. I don't know. I'll wait to see her in game. But at least from the splash art, it looks good. Same with the recolor. I love the pink. The pink looks so good. It really does. It fits her perfectly. I can't wait to see this in game. I said earlier, guys, too, in the video I threw up earlier today, like, I'm going to wait and hold judgment because I'm sure the skins are going to look absolutely great anyways, even though they're for champions that don't really need skins. And what they look like, they look pretty good. Even though we don't see them in game, from the splash art, like I said, so far they look really good. Class President Ray has a level 18 unlock. Kind of looks something out of like Demon Hunter or something, like, or some, I forgot. whatever that other anime is. There's another one with the I think One Punch Man, not One Punch Man, but whatever the other one is where they have quirks and they have like the abilities or whatever. My Hero Academia, that's what it is. It kind of looks like it's something out of that, but I don't know. I don't really care for it. Like, I don't have a Ray skin, so at least for me, like those of you guys that are bought her skin over Halloween, you guys are gonna have her second skin. This is gonna be my first skin getting her because I'll be buying this event pass probably. I'll wait how they see in game and how they look in game, but more than likely I'll just end up buying it anyways. Bell Victorian, you got the blue recolor. I don't know. I like the Maeve skin a lot more. I just have to wait until see him in game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. We got some avatars. I'm not going to go through this very much because it'll all be shown probably in game. You guys can take a look at this as you're looking through the patch notes. I like this death card. Looks really cool. I actually might switch that out. I have not switched out my death card ever since they added Egyptian Pepper to the game, and that I have had that one ever since. I have never switched it out. And that's been like in the game for 2 years now. So, will it be good enough for me to switch it out? I don't know. We'll find out. And we got a cool death stamp. Trials of the Realm are coming back. This one unlocks January 26th, so it's looking like we're going to be getting the patch. I'm assuming we're going to be getting an update show probably at the start of January. And then we're going to get a 2-week PTS, it's looking like, and then it's going to go to live. You like a 2.5, maybe 3-week PTS. It's going to be really close. I'm not 100% sure on the dates because they don't have a date here where it's going to be releasing. Like, I'll scroll up again, but like I didn't see anything here where it's going to be releasing, like any date at all. There's nothing here. There is nothing. And they don't have the new champion yet, so they don't have the new champion fully created. I'm assuming that's why they don't even have him in the patch notes. He's not fully done, so yeah, they just want to tease him before they actually throw him into the patch notes. So I'll do a video on a small short video as well, going over the new champion when he does get revealed, and some discussion videos on him as well. So subscribe if you do not want to miss those. Trials of the Realm are back, 300 crystals, bunch of other stuff. We got a cool MVP pose for Leon, looks really cool. What else we got? Some an animated spray, some cool sprays. I don't know. I'll never probably use any of these. You guys probably will, but I probably won't. I don't know. Limited time modes. Now here's something really cool. This update will feature 3 unique and 5 previously popular modes that will rotate through. Hopefully Pick Any is in there because I think that was the most popular one. Each week there will be a different limited time mode available from midnight Friday until 8 a.m. on Monday Eastern time. Here's this one here. I don't know why this one is. It says sensitive data redacted. Same thing as like the champion part, so it's not fully revealed. It's probably not done, or they don't want us to know about it yet. And then super random. Which champ will you get with faster abilities and movement? So I'm assuming it's like an increased cooldown or increased movement ability type limited time mode, whatever. Just bring back Pick Any. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Here's something for everybody that's been wanting a Pip Skin. I hope this ain't their way to get out of a fucking Pip Skin, because this ain't a new skin. I don't know if Hi-Rez realizes this. This is not a new skin for Pip. This is a fucking recolor. If they go off and play this off on the update show like it's a new skin for Pip, I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna fucking like destroy him verbally on the update show when I'm probably watching it. So it is not a new skin, but we do got something for Pip, guys, which is really rare. The first thing Pip has had in 4 years. He has not had a skin in 4 years. So the second longest champion now. The other one that has had any skins, anything, let alone recolors, is Cassie. She's the only other one that has had a skin for a longer amount of time. But I wouldn't say it's a really new skin. It's just a new recolor, but it should look pretty damn cool. Good to see Pip getting something. I'm not going to complain very much because he hasn't had anything. Here's another new skin. Azan just got put into the game. How many of you guys are going to go out of the way to buy a new Azan skin? It's locked behind a chest or for a direct purchase. I'm assuming it's going to be 800 crystals for a direct purchase. And then you can go roll a chest for 400 a pop and drain your account. So I don't know. I'll wait to see it in the update show. But I'm not really fond of an Azan skin, especially when we have so many other champions that need skins. He was just put into the game, and one patch later, the guy is getting a fucking skin. I don't know. Especially with him being probably the most hated champion in the game right now, with how broken he currently is and how much of a bad taste he's put in everybody's mouth unreleased. I don't know. Got another Ying skin, guys. Guess what? I was right again. I mentioned this earlier today. If you guys missed the video, go check it out if you missed it. But I mentioned it earlier today. They had a Ying skin in the data mine. And I said, oh, well, there has to be a Ying skin. If I'm guessing it's going to be for a season 2022 season pass. What happened? It's season 2022 pass. For the season pass of 2022, you guys can buy that and you'll get Jurassic Ying. Man, I feel bad for you guys that play Ying. I really do. You guys, every time that she has a really good skin, it's locked behind a season pass or like a chest. And then when she actually gets a skin in the battle pass, it's kind of just half-assed. She has way too many skins, though, I can tell you that. She did not need another skin. Why did Ying need another skin? Can somebody from Hi-Rez or one of the devs or one of the AOC members please tell me why Ying needed another skin? Oh, yeah, because they can't sell the season pass unless they have one of the fucking supports or they have somebody with big tits and a jiggly ass on the event pass cover or I said event pass, season pass cover to sell that. Because otherwise it's garbage and it's a waste of money. They gotta bait people into buying the season pass because it's a fucking scam. There you go. You guys to buy it, I guess if you guys like Ying, I guess you guys can buy it. Like, the only thing you're getting from the season pass, though, is you're getting an unlocked champion, you're getting a couple recolors every patch for new champions or whatever, and you're getting like an emote and MVP pose, that's it. You're paying $40 a year for that, I don't understand. It's not worth. And I'm sure she'll look great. Like, I don't know, every time they have a Ying skin, they knock it out of the park because they know people just drop money on her, I guess. I don't know. Dino dash mount. It was confirmed we're getting a new mount in the data mine. We're getting a new mount. I'm pretty sure they have had something like that in Realm Royale. I would not be surprised if it's legit something that they copy pasted and slightly updated and took from Realm Royale. If that's the case, it's fucking lazy. It really is. Nobody should buy it if that's the case. It's actually available with the season pass too, so you get a skin and a mount. One thing that shouldn't even be in the game, which is another Ying skin, and then you got another thing that's ripped off from a dead game and copy pasted over. So there you go. Got some avatars, really cool avatars. Props to everybody that did avatars as well. Some Valentine's Day avatars were picked. This Salt Isle one looks really good. I like that one. I like this Ash one. The salty one's really cool. Props to everybody that did avatars. Really good work. Chest, like I said, 400 crystals. Go roll for that Azan skin with all this other old garbage skins. Go in there and waste your money if you guys want to do that. Final Frontier, another chest, whatever. Here's where we get to the meat and potatoes of the Season 5 update, where I'm going to be discussing a lot. So if you guys do not want to listen to me talk, and there's not going to be much on screen, I'm just going to be mainly talking about everything on here. If you guys want to look at it yourself on the patch notes, by all means. Or if you just want to tab out because there's not going to be much on screen, just let me talk. Listen to me talk in the background, that'd be cool. In the coming year and new season, it's important that the team for Paladins continues to grow and trying new things, blah, blah, blah. Siege Beyond, like this is a new thing. They're actually improving Siege and they're reworking Siege to an extent. Make 2022 the biggest year of Paladins ever. To do that, we're planning 3 major feature shifts over the course of the year. For each of these, we'll release in the game for players to try out and give feedback on. A new version of Siege called Siege Beyond, with new features enabled. Current Siege rules will persist in the existing queue, which the normal queue we have for right now is Siege. So it'll be renamed to Siege Core. That's going to be the normal one. None of the changes will immediately affect ranked or non-Siege game modes. For the change, if it's something the players like, they'll incorporate it permanently, and if they don't, then they'll revert it back to what it was previously, the patch before it was put into the game as a test. The second one is expected to be put in patch 3 and 5, so towards the middle of the year and probably towards the end of the year for 2022. First one's the item store, so I'm going to just kind of talk about this for you guys real quick. We put together an entirely new item store, 3 focus tracks, support, tank, and damage, as well as a 1 universal track. So the entire item store is getting reworked. This is why I didn't want to make any videos either on the game right now, because, like I said, the game was probably going to change drastically, and this is a huge, drastic change, especially if it gets implemented into the game permanently. So, for any given stage of the store, players may choose one of 3 available items by choosing the best option for your champion out of 3. The system should be much easier for players to learn. and with 12 stages of items to choose from as well as new types of items, the result is a greater strategic depth than the previous store. We expect this to offer greater degrees of customization of champions and playstyles yet, but they don't go over any of the new items. There's no new items here. What are the new items? That just goes to show me they're not planned and they're not done yet. That's what that is. There's going to be new items and they're completely reworking everything. So, but they have no new items here and they don't have a list of any of the new items. They have no cost. They have nothing. So, I'm assuming it's still going to be a credit-based thing. Like, I don't see them getting rid of credits for, like, a new type of currency. They're going to keep that, probably. But the entire item store, for this first patch and for this first Siege, like, beta, there's going to be the core one, which is the normal one we have right now. That's in the live game right now. And then there's going to be the experimental Siege one, which is going to be this. So, an entire new item store for Season 5, guys, as a test. It's not going to be permanent until the next patch after, depending on community feedback and how it goes. Whether to make it permanent or not for the game and add it to the actual normal Siege mode is what they're saying. So, really interesting. Really interested to see what items we're going to be getting. I don't know if they actually go into it here, but here's for everybody that's been complaining about a Willow Skin. I'm going to wait till the update show to actually look at this, but just from this card art and from this splash art, this is a waste of a Willow Skin. Out of all the shit you give us for Willow, you're going to give us a fucking mecha, boring, robotic, cybernetic skin. What do you guys think of this? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to wait and hold judgment until I see it in game on the update show or whenever it's revealed. But just from the splash art, what a missed opportunity. She hasn't had a skin in 3.5 years, and you're in the first skin you give her since December 2018 is a fucking robotic, cybernetic, malware piece of shit looking skin. Play 100 games, guys. Oh gosh, I can't wait for this. There's no rank changes. What does that mean? Oh yeah, I'm only going to be streaming ranked one day a week now, guys. There's no rank changes on this fucking patch notes unless they're going to add anything at a future date. But right now, there is nothing. There is nothing on here for rank changes. Absolutely nothing. Play 100 ranked games. Okay. Win 100 games. Oh, so you have to play 100 games for an avatar. Now that's new. So you're going to have to play 100 matches for a shitty avatar? Does that make any sense? That has to be a typo. That can't be real. You play 100 games for an avatar. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Oh my gosh. You got Willow.0. Okay, that's I guess the name of it. You have to win 100 games. Oh man, I can't wait to deal with all the people that are just in my games throwing my matches. Can't wait for that. I mean, it says win 100 games, but like, how many people go into rank to actually try to win anyways? Like, you guys know that. If you guys watch my streams, you know that it's not the case. Reach gold 5 or higher for a season 5 loading frame. We're still doing loading frames, huh? We're still going to do loading frames. Instead of entirely reworking ranked, we're going to do loading frames. You got to be fucking kidding me. People that reach at least gold during Season 4 will receive a loading frame. Okay, here's the loading frames for Season 4, guys. How many of you guys that got to Grandmaster? How many of you guys are proud of this loading frame? How many of you guys are proud of it? Those of you guys that got to Masters and Grandmasters and just wasted your time grinding ranked nonstop, dealing with all the bullshit for ranked. Here's mine. I got to Diamond, so here's mine. That's good enough for me. I don't care. Here's the Platinum one. Here's the Gold one. They look really bad. If I'm being honest, these loading frames are not worth it at all. They look like shit, but to each their own. If you guys, there were some people that kept telling me the only reason they play ranked is for the loading frames. Hopefully that all the time you spent and all the hair you pulled out of your head playing ranked and dealing with everybody in ranked was worth for these loaded frames. I'm telling you guys, at least for me, it wasn't. Players who reach 500 commendations for Season 4. That one actually... Why does the commendation frame look better than the rank frame? Come on. I'm actually really close. I think I have like 350 commendations, so I'm getting pretty close. I'm actually running out of time to get those as well. Split rewards, gold chests. Like, I don't see anything here for like overhauling ranked, which is really sad. Brand new season, you got no rank changes at all, apart from a Willow Skin. The same exact format we've had ever since Season 2. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Failure. Here's a huge failure. Here's failure number 1 of the new patch. No ranks changes at all, and a completely overused and over-recycled format that's a failure. And it's been a failure ever since it was used for the first season ever, back when we had full throttle Vivian. Whatever that, I think that was season 2 or whatever. Garbage. Ranks is fucking garbage. Fucking garbage. Then we got an avatar. This is actually the new champion. Teaser right here. That's the new champion. There you go. That's 7. That's how he looks. Design and balance. Here, I'm going to go off again. I'm going to talk about this. So there's not much on screen if you guys want to tab out. I know this is going to get to be a really long video, and I'm not even close to being done. We're not even close to being done. Healing and cauterize. Since its inception, COD has been used as a stopgap between reducing healing and general healing. So important, blah, blah, blah. COD has been required for a match to feel normal. It becomes a necessary item to purchase and a necessary item to balance itself. Otherwise, other balance being done around it. We do not believe cauterize in its current form. Regardless of the value of anti-heal is healthy for long term of the game. As such, we're changing it and now approaching cauterize and healing and reduction in general. Our aim is to introduce a passive version of cauterize such that everyone has a cauterize applied by their in-hand shots, scaling over the course of the match. Okay, how buggy is that going to be? I want to see if that's actually implemented in the game correctly, or how buggy that's going to be. I guarantee you that'll be a huge buggy mess on release. They aren't going to implement that perfectly at all. If they do, I'll give them a round of applause, but that's going to be a buggy mess. Where was I? This should help ensure supports continue to feel impactful while also facilitating a healthier power curve for healing over the course of the match. Starting with the first update, which is Season 5, this next one we're getting, we are introducing this new system. COD is no longer purchasable in the match store. They are completely removing cauterize, which I'm all for. I am all for this. At least if we're going to remove cauterize, we might as well give it a try at the start of the season. Like that, I had made a video at the top, or like some changes. I forgot which the title was, but like some changes. That was one of my recommendations for like a huge change they can do to the game to make the game feel better. They actually went through with it, guys. I'm surprised. Now, it's not like Overwatch where there's just no cauterize at all. It's still in the game, but it's no longer an item. That's kind of what it is. So it will be replaced with provision. Cauterize's former anti-healing effect will now be applied to everyone's in-hands at the start of every match at a base level, then scale based on time and the game mode being played. Initial value is 25%, and then max value, I don't know. Like, how do they know the time? Like, how are they going to take into consideration the time of the game? That's what I want to know. How is it going to scale, and what time are they going to base it off of? Is it going to scale up to 50% in like 5 minutes into the match, or is it going to, or 10 minutes? And then is it going to scale up to 90% or whatever levels it still is? Whatever, 75% at a tier 2 or whatever it currently is. I'm just, for example, whatever. And then up to 90%, like what? What is the time definition after 15 minutes, 20 minutes? What is the time definition for that? I don't know. And how are they taking that into consideration? That's my only problem. But like, what are they doing to actually realize when it's supposed to scale up? I wish they would clarify that more. They have no times here. They have no times at all. Got a brand new item. The rate of this cauterized scaling will vary based off of game modes. Like, for every single game mode, too. Like, how are they going to balance that for Team Deathmatch and for King of the Hill? Like, how are they going to balance that? What are they going to do it every 2 minutes for TDM? That's going to feel like shit, I can tell you right now. I don't know. Like, TDM is so hit or miss, too. Like, half the games you get for TDM are, like, 3 minutes, and then you have some games that'll go, like, 10 to 15 minutes for a TDM. It's just based off matchmaking. So I don't know how they're going to make that work based off of time in the match. I don't know. That's really questionable, and that's my only problem with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. COD has been removed. Got a new item. Increase your max ammo after earning elimination, which is kind of cool. Veterans getting a buff. I think they're actually increasing the scaling up to 15%, which is really cool. Rejuvenate's getting a huge buff by 3% at a max level, per level. or actually a tier 1, it's actually going to go from 1% up to a 14, so 3%, and then up to a 4%. So 1, 3, and 4% buff at per level, which is really cool. Here we go, guys. Balance section. Balance is on. Persistence. Reduce the damage you take by 5% and gain 40% lifesteal, which is current talent. Remove the 5% damage reductions. That's gone. No more damage reduction stacking, which is good. I still think it's his best talent, but I don't know, we'll see how it plays out. Sanctuary. Players can now refire this ability to destroy all current active walls, which should have been a thing on release. I don't know why it's not like that. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Ire. The maximum damage reduction gained in max Ire has been reduced down to 15%, guys. Wow! So the max DR you can actually get now with his passive is actually going to be only 15%, not 25%, not 30%, or whatever it is right now. There you go. Huge nerfs, actually. That's some huge nerfs. Reduce the maximum rage on Judgment from 450 down to 300, which is huge nerf. And then Conviction. Remove the crowd control immunity and debuff during the dash, so he's no longer crowd control immune during his dash. That is a huge nerf. Huge nerf. Cards, Eternal Strife actually getting another nerf, and Grim Deliverance getting another nerf. So that got nerfed 2 times now in the hotfix that we got about 3 weeks ago, and got it for this next patch. So huge nerfs to Azan. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Forge Fire is getting a bit of a nerf. They're actually increasing it from 35 to 40%. So it's getting a bit of a nerf, but I don't think that's going to do much to Barrack. I still think he's really going to be good. Ox getting some changes. Got some card changes. What is it? Currently, like they're giving a buff to Giga Siphon, which is one of his current cards, up to 12%. So more movement speed. No Escapes getting a buff up to 7% scaling per level, which is really cool. More movement speed, and then Street Sweeper, which actually has a reload card, getting a buff from 5% up to 7% per level. Maybe we'll see some more Buck in our games. I don't know. I feel like he's just really underplayed right now. I don't mind seeing him. Evie's getting some buffs. This is actually really cool. I'm actually surprised they're buffing Evie because I don't think she's bad on PC from what I hear, but like console, I think she's pretty bad just because nobody can really play her. But they're actually buffing some of her cards. Increased her sword duration. They're buffing that slightly. Rift Walk, movement speed after using Blink, buffing that by 2% per level, which is huge. That's a huge buff. Swift Witch, which is currently a movement speed card during Soar, increasing that from 5 to 7% per level, which is huge. Going to be even more difficult to lock her down, I can tell you that. Currently increase your reload speed after using Blink. They're actually buffing that from 8 to 10%. I don't know who even runs that card, but I guess it's a pretty good buff for people that do. Increase your movement speed by 8% after getting a kill. Now they actually increase that 10% per level. So you can actually get up to 50% movement speed for 5 seconds after getting a kill, which is really cool. Some huge buffs. They're all this card buffs for Evie, but I think they're more for least played cards. So I don't know. We'll see how that does. I don't play much Evie, so I can't really tell. Fernando, Aegis, increase the time the shield starts regenerating at full speed after taking damage. That's actually a nerf, I think. Decrease the percentage of shield recharge while it's active. So I think I'm not sure if that's a nerf or a buff. I don't know. It's not really explained good enough. That's my problem. And increase the percentage of shield required to bring up the shield when being broken from 20 to 25%. So that's a bit of a buff. So he kind of got some buff nerfs, and then they nerfed his shield health. So he got a bit of a nerfs, and he got like 1 or 2 buffs, whatever. Buff nerf Fernando, whatever. Furia is getting actually a huge buff here. I actually think this will put her back in contention, actually being viable as a solo support with Cherish. Especially near just random games, because nobody ever seems to stay out of Cauterize. So you take into new consideration the new Cauterize reworks, and Furia being buffed, she might actually be really good this next patch, even better than she is right now. So we'll see how it goes. Cherish actually getting increased from 15% from 20 up to 20%. So it's actually getting a slight health increase. So not bad. Going to be getting a little bit more health off. Grok's getting, I don't know. I think he needs an entire rework. They're going to buff his healing on his totemic ward up to 15% again. I still think it's going to be garbage. The guy needs an entire rework. They're just putting band-aids and patches over garbage at this point. Inara buffs, which is really cool. I think Inara's kind of fallen off with a lot of the other tanks being added to the game over the last year or two. Some small buffs. Reduce the time before you throw a spear. They actually gave a 0.1 second reduced pre-fire time for her ult. And then actually a little bit more like range, less damage fall off for her base weapon, which is kind of cool. Might help her. I don't know if it's really enough buffs to put her in contention being better than she is right now. I don't know. I think she's going to be pretty much the same, but we'll find out. Genos, here's some huge buffs for Genos. Those of you guys that like Genos, I like playing them, so I'm actually really excited to actually try these out. Increase the value from his Astral Mark from 250 up to 285, which is huge, huge buff. And then you got every second you actually buff the passive heal for every 1 second. Right now it's 180. They actually buffed it up to 200. So Genos is going to feel a little bit better this next patch. And you got to take in consideration with the supports too that are being buffed. Cauterize got reworked, so that's going to kind of be a little bit different, kind of going into that with no Cauterize being in the item store anymore and all being in like in-hand weapons. So depending on how that really shifts out, that's going to kind of change a lot of supports and stuff. So I'll have to wait and find out. Vortex Grip got a buff. I still think he needs to get rid of one of his talents. His talents are still awful. I don't know how that's really going to buff him, but I don't know why they're even buffing Khan. I don't think he's even worthy of a buff. I think if anything, he needs to have a talent reworked because I think he's probably one of the better tanks in the game. Leon, Alacrity, currently reduced the cooldown. Now they actually reworked Alacrity. Grace now hits all enemies in front of you instead of only one, but its cooldown is increased by 1 second. Okay. There you go. They reworked Alacrity slightly. There you go. You guys that wanted Leon nerfs, there you go. They reworked one of her annoying talents. Who even uses it? I don't. Who uses Alacrity? I don't see anybody use it anyways. And if they do, they're a bunch of pushovers, so. Makoa buffs. They're actually increasing the damage on Makoa's shots, from 550 up to 75. Not really that big of a deal. Determination actually getting a bit of a buff, so I get a little bit more healing on Determination, whatever. Tidal Grace getting a bit of a buff. I don't know. Who even runs these cards? Like, that's the problem with these cards. Nobody runs these cards. All the cards that are getting buffed, they're getting buffed slightly, but they're not even getting buffed enough to the point where anybody's going to even run these cards over like a filler card. Anything more than a filler card, you're not going to be running these cards anyways over a lot of the other ones he has. That's the problem with him. Makoa's still going to be garbage. Not enough buffs to make him good. He's still going to be awful, unfortunately. Combat Medic, Pip's getting a bit of a buff. Currently, that's actually going to be getting reworked. Now also increases the rate of fire of the potion launcher by 10%, which is huge. Combat Medic's getting a pretty huge rework, which is really cool. Can't wait to play this. I really can't wait to play this. So you're going to be able to fire out your potions 10% faster. And an increased rate of fire, so you're going to actually be able to keep up your healing even faster right now. So, really cool. I want to see how that actually plays out. Pip actually might be good as a healer if it actually seems to be good. So, I have to see. I'm actually really wanting to play that. That's actually really interesting. Some salty changes. Ricochet. Increase the collision radius of the coin, so it's going to be a lot easier to hit your coin. Okay, why does Sati get buffed? Why is Sati getting buffed? Where is the nerfs for Sati? Oh yeah, there's none. She's getting buffed, guys. They're buffing Sati instead of nerfing her. Worst balance change out of the entire patch so far. Worst balance changed. Instead of nerfing her, they're doing the exact opposite. 20% bigger radius on the coin, and then now they're actually making it so it actually hits the closest enemy with lower health. And actually wallbang, they're increasing the size of the projectile, so you can actually get hit across the map even more now from a spammable ult. There you go. No nerfs to any of her talents, any of her loadout cards, nothing. Instead, she got buffed. Can't wait to ban Sati every single ranked game for another 3 patches in a row the way it's going. Can't wait. Talus got some changes. Inner Strength. Currently reset your cooldown. It's currently that. They're actually reworking it to actually give you a 6-second cooldown on your Overcharge and Blitz Upper. So, I don't know what that's really going to do. Maybe it'll be better. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things you have to play and see how it does when you play it yourself before you can actually judge it. So, Torvald, no rework. No Torvald rework. That's a disappointment. Back to just putting band-aids over garbage again. Another thing we're just adding band-aids and trying to make gold out of a piece of garbage instead of actually fixing the actual problem, which is Torvald, and not reworking him. I mean, I'm just going to save you guys' time. All these buffs they're giving to Torvald are going to do nothing. He's still going to be garbage. There you go. I saved you guys 5 minutes of your time. Tyra getting a text. They're actually reworking some of her text to make it more clear on her abilities. 4 is getting some huge nerfs. 10% reduced projectile size. No longer damage immune at the start of her ult, which is huge. Huge nerfs. Deafening silence. Increase the duration of the silence up to 1.65 seconds. The reason why they're doing that is because that's her least pick talent and has a low pick rate. That's why they're buffing that, I'm assuming. And that's all we have. Oh, we actually have Yagrith yet. Yagrith, her passive DR is actually going from 35 down to 30% as a nerf. Increase the time from starting and pulling an enemy from 0.5 seconds to 1 second, so it's going to take you longer to pull somebody towards you with your ult. Reduce the time of pulling a target by 5%, and reduce the health in your ultimate by 5%. So some huge nerfs for Yagrith, really huge nerfs. I actually don't even think she's that good right now. It just kind of depends what you pair her with, that's the problem. The only time she's good is if you pick her into a team and you go against a team of dummies that don't pick like anything to check her, and then she just runs the game. But like, if you're going against people that at least halfway know what they're doing, they're always going to pick a check into you, like a Burn Monster Tyra, a Cassie, a Sky, stuff that checks her really well. She's kind of just one of those tanks that just kind of gets away with stuff if you're going against like stupid players. I don't know why they're even nerfing her, if I'm being honest. I don't think she's worthy of nerfs. I think she's balanced the way she is right now, but teach their own, I guess. And that is all we have, guys. No Moji rework. There's nothing with Moji. There's no Willow buffs. There's no Cassie nerfs, which I was surprised. There's nothing with her, which is good. I don't want her to be nerfed. Like, I'm surprised there's no Andro nerfs. He's been complained about. Like, what else? Bunch of other stuff. I don't know. It's really surprising. It really is. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of all the balance changes and everything from this patch in the comments down below. I know this is an insanely long video, but you guys can skip throughout the video and look at the patch notes yourself and just kind of skip throughout the video. So I just wanted to record this so I can get this up for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for stopping by. And I didn't even expect to upload this tonight, so I kind of just throwing this up, getting recorded. I'm going to try to throw it up before I go to bed. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video would really help me out. And see you guys in a future video. Thanks for stopping by.